Hey, what's up everyone, it's your girl Brain Shanae, and today I have a couple of unboxings for you and surprise mail. So if you want to see more of what I have in store, you gotta stay tuned. So please stay tuned.
Every single day I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day I'm gonna make.
And we're back. So like I said, I have a couple unboxings, surprise mail. So first off, let's go ahead. I'm going to tell you what I got from Barnes & Noble. So as you all know, when I collect Funko Pops, I love them to death. You see them all over on my shelves and everything, what have you. I mean, you can see King Triton right here, and some more. But recently there was NYCC Pops that came out. They were exclusive pops that came out in different retail stores. There's one in particular that I wanted the most. I love this character so much. I love the series so much. I just did not like the last season, which was a disappointment, but I love this character so much. I had to get her, and so she could be part of my collection, and that is going to be Missandei from the Game of Thrones. She's only located at Barnes & Noble, and I was able to get her, and it even says 2019 Fall Convention Limited Edition. So here she is right here. I love this character so much. If you've seen Game of Thrones, you know what has happened to her and everything like that, but I loved her so much. And she's just an amazing character. I love her story and everything. I wish they did more of a backstory on her alone, but maybe that's something in the future they could do. So here she is right here. Here is the side of the box. Here is the back. So we have Beric Dondarrion, Yara Greyjoy, Bran Stark, Gendry, Children of the Forest, and Lord Varys. So I don't have all of them. I know I have Bran though, Bran Stark, but I do want to get some more of them. But there's the back. Here's also the other side. Here is the top, and here's the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and take her out. I feel like she deserves to be out of the box. And here she is, you guys, Missandei. And look at, I just love the craftsmanship of her hair alone. It shows great detail of what her hair looked like in the TV series of Game of Thrones. And just, I love the detail of what she's wearing. I would love if they did one of what she wore when we first met her in the series, but I believe this is just coming up to what she was wearing in the last season of Game of Thrones. So this is what she looks like from the front. Here is the side. Here is the very back, so it just gives you a definition of her curls and everything. Here's the other side, and then we're back to the front. So there you have it. This is one of the pops that I wanted to get the most because I really loved her character, and I did not have her yet as far as my Game of Thrones Funko Pop collection goes. So here we have it. We have Missandei, and then next I have another Funko Pop. I got it from Hot Topic. I am a huge fan of this one in general. Some people will think I'm crazy and what have you. It's just amazing. I'm a huge fan of this person right here of this Funko Pop is right here. A lot of people were like, what, seriously? But once you see this pop, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm a ride or die fan, always will be, and probably till the day I die. Like I said, I'm a ride or die. I'm always going to be a fan regardless of the outcome of the season. And since I said season, you should probably know what I'm talking about, possibly. It's football season, of course, as I am doing this video, and I am a Cleveland Browns fan. Yes, I am. And so when I saw this of Odell Beckham Jr., I had to go ahead and get this Funko Pop of him where he's wearing the Cleveland Browns jersey at number 13. I was so stoked I was able to get him. I know the season hasn't been as well as we all expected and intended it to be because he came along, but I feel like they've come a long way, and I can't wait to see them more develop, and hopefully one day I'll be able to go to a Super Bowl with them, and it'll be their first, if they win, it'll be their first Super Bowl, and yeah, for very first Super Bowl. So I went ahead and got Odell Beckham right here. So it says in pretty much NFL, so it has that sticker right there. So here's the front of the box, here's the side. Here's the back where it shows you all the other ones that we have to collect them all, but this is Odell Beckham Jr., so it says there on the Browns. Here's the other side of the box. Here is the top and here is the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and take him out. I know a lot of people think like, why are you a Cleveland Browns fan? I've always been a Cleveland Browns fan. My dad is a Cleveland Browns fan, and so of course I became part of that. So I am a Cleveland Browns fan. So don't judge me. But yeah, so it has a lot of great detail on here, pretty much of Odell Beckham with his hair and everything, and the style of his hair. This is his Cleveland Brown jersey right here. Also, so you can see the piercings of his ear, which is great detail, what have you. So here he is, Odell Beckham. Here's the front. Here is the side where you can see right there, it says Browns right there. And then there's his cleats. I think they could have did a better job with the cleats. I'm sure he wears more than just white ones, but I feel like they could at least put some more color on them, but it's okay. Then you have the gloves that he wears, which I think is in great detail. So there's that. And here is the back where it shows you a more visual of his number, which is 13. And then here's also the other side. And here we're back at the front. So there we have it. We have Odell Beckham. So I had to get him. Like I said, I could not resist it. He is part of my collection, at least my sports collection. And I'm just glad that I have him as part of my collection. So go Browns. But yeah, so there we have that. We have Odell Beckham, you guys. And last but not least, we have some book mail that I got. I got this one, I think, a couple days ago, and I got this one today that just came in the mail. So I think we'll open, let's see, we'll open this one first. All right, so I could tell it's a book just by how the packaging is and how you feel it. It's a book for sure. And so let's go ahead and open this up right now. And it says it's from HarperCollins Publishers, Inc. So yeah, so it's from HarperCollins. So let's take a look. Oh, okay. Oh, so I know where this came from. So with this one, I had done, I always enter the giveaways on Goodreads. And so I was one of the winners, and I was able to get this uncorrected proof of this book, which it looks really gorgeous. And this book is by Nikki Drayden, Escaping Exodus. So that is amazing. Look at this. This cover is gorgeous. It looks amazing. I cannot wait to read it. I heard a lot of great things about this book alone. So I'm very interested in I'm reading it. And it says the award-winning author of The Prey of Gods. And then it says they own their lives to their ship, but maybe they also own the ship its life. So yeah, so like literally this is so gorgeous. Like look at it. I love the colors, purple, blue, greens, white, grays, all that in this book. It looks amazing. And yeah, and it looks like it's a fast read too. But let me read the synopsis on the back just to see what it's about, because I don't really know a lot of it, what it's about, but I've heard about it, if that makes sense. So it says here, the Compton Crook Award-winning author of Prey of Gods and Temper returns with a dazzling standalone novel set in deep space in which the fate of humanity rests on the slender shoulders of an idealistic and untested young woman. A blend of science fiction, dark humor, and magical realism that will appeal to fans of Lauren Bukes, Ian McDonald, and Nnedi Okorafor. So yeah, so this is cool. So it says, Earth is a distant memory. Habitable extrasolar planets are still out of reach. For generations, humanity has been clinging to survival by establishing colonies with an enormous vacuum-breathing space beast and mining their resources to the point of depletion. Rash, dreamy, and unconventional, Seski Kali should be preparing for her future role as clan leader, but her people have just called their latest beast, and she's eager to find the cause of the violent tremors plaguing their new home. Defying social barriers, Seski teams up with her best friend, a beast worker, and ventures into restricted areas for answers to end the mounting fear and rumors. Instead, they discover grim truths about the price of life in the void. Seski is then unexpectedly thrust into the role of clan matriarch, responsible for thousands of lives in a harsh universe when a single mistake can be fatal. Her claim to the throne is challenged by a rival determined to overthrow her and take control. Her intelligence, cunning, and confident sister. Seski may not be a born leader like her sister, yet her unorthodox outlook and incorruptible idealism may be what the clan needs to save themselves and their world. And it says, Nikki Drayden is a systems analyst who dabbles in prose when she's not buried in code. She resides in Austin, Texas, where being weird is highly encouraged, if not required. So yes, like just reading this alone is very interesting. I definitely want to get into this book and read it because I want to know more about Seski. Is it Seski or Seske? I'm not sure. I'm just interested in reading it. It looks amazing. The cover looks beautiful. And I believe this comes out, so this comes out really soon. It comes out October the 19th, which is a couple days from now. I think 2 days. I believe today is the 17th, I think, or the 18th. I don't remember. Either, I really don't know. I lost track of time. It either comes out tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, so this is going to be coming out real shortly. So I'm really excited that I got this book, this ARC, just so that I can read it and provide my honest review about it. I've heard a lot of things about it, and it's making just the cover alone very intrigues me very much. So I got this so far, Escaping Exodus by Nikki Drayden. Next one I have right here, I believe it's also a book, and this is by Penguin Random House. So let's see what's inside here. All right. Ooh, okay. So this is also another ARC. I actually requested for this book because I heard a lot of great things about this alone. I've heard a lot about the author, and she had written Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, which I have not read yet, but I really want to. But I've heard a lot of great things about this one. This is also an ARC, and it's called Song of the Crimson Flower by Julie C. Dow, or is Dow? I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, so I love the cover as well. So isn't the cover gorgeous? And I believe this one comes out in November, so next month. So I really want to read this so much because I really it looks amazing. So amazing. Like, just look at the cover alone. It looks beautiful. Really beautiful. So yeah, so I requested this because I've heard a lot of things about it. It was like one of my anticipated reads that I wanted to get my hands on, and so let me see if I'm able to, if there is like a synopsis or somewhere in this book where it gives you a better understanding of this book and what it's about. So it says here, let me open it up. All right, so it states here, will love break the spell? After cruelly rejecting Bowel, the poor fisherman who loves her, Lon, a wealthy nobleman's daughter, regrets her actions. So when she finds Bowel's prize flute floating in his boat near her house, she takes it into her care, not knowing that his soul has been trapped inside it by an evil witch who cursed Bowel, telling him that only love will set him free. Though Bowel now despises her, Lon vows to make amends and help break the spell. Together, the two travel across the continent, finding themselves in the presence of greatness in the forms of Great Forest Empress Jade and Commander Wei. They journey with Wei, getting tangled in the webs of war, blood magic, and romance along the way. Will Lon and Bao begin to break the spell that's been placed upon them? Or will they be doomed to live out their lives with black magic running through their veins? In this fantastical tale of darkness and love, some magical bonds are stronger than blood. So that already sounds just interesting to me alone. And it says, Julie Doe is a proud Vietnamese American who was born in upstate New York. She studied medicine in college, but came to realize blood and needles were her kryptonite. By day, she worked in science news and research. By night, she wrote books about heroines unafraid to fight for their dreams, which inspired her to follow her passion of becoming a published author. She is the author of Forest of a Thousand Lanterns and Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix. Julie lives in New England. So already, this book has got me intrigued. I love a good book with romance and what have you. It looks really amazing. I definitely love the little, for each chapter it has flowers on it, which I think is amazing. I do like that. This adds a nice little touch to it of the flowers, which is really nice. But I've heard a lot of great things about it. It says, praise for Julie C. Dow's novel, Forest of a Thousand Lanterns. Let me see. A lot of people have done their little blurbs on here. It says, lushly written, a fascinating examination of destination, responsibility, and how choices shape a person. That was said by Publisher Weekly. So it's just really amazing. I'm actually looking forward to reading this. And it says, a richly developed fantasy world coupled with an ambitious anti-heroine of complex agency. This story shines and surprises at every turn. That was said by Marie Lu. I'm sure all of you know that. I forget what book. She has written a few books, and I think she's also coming out with another book. It's more of a historical fiction book. I think that's going to be coming out next year or sometime this year, I think. But yeah, so this is another book that I got. So I have 2 books now. So this is amazing. So where did I put? So I have Escaping Exodus, which comes out in a couple days. And then I have A Song of the Crimson Flower, which comes out in November of this year. So yeah, so these are my 2 books. I can't wait to get more into them. They look very interesting. Both of these books sounds phenomenal. I cannot wait to read them. But anyways, there you go, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit that subscribe button and that bell to be notified when I upload more videos in the future. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya.